Anne Frank, 1929–45, used to be a younger Jewish woman who perished in the Holocaust. During the Second World War, her household had been compelled to cover from the Gestapo, and in the cramped conditions, she saved a diary of her experiences and thoughts. After the war, her father Otto Frank determined her diary and, struck via her maturity and depth of feeling, posted it at the beginning below the title, Diary of a Young Girl, later as Diary of Anne Frank. Anne Frank's diary has emerged as one of the most well-known documents of the Holocaust and has helped to supply a human story in the back of the facts of the Holocaust. It's tough in instances like these. Ideals, desires and cherished hopes upward push inside us, solely to be overwhelmed with the aid of grim reality. It's a surprise I haven't deserted all my ideals. Please like, they appear so, share and subscribe to the channel. Yet I grasp to them due to the fact I believe, in spite of everything, that humans are certainly appropriate at heart. Anne Frank, the 21st of July 1944. Early life. Anne Frank 1940_crop. Anne Frank, 1940. Anne Frank was once born on the 12th of June 1929 in Frankfurt am Main, Germany. Her father Otto Frank used to be a German businessman. In 1933, at the top of the notable depression, Adolf Hitler and the NSDAP, Nazi Party, rose to energy Germany and commenced instituting anti-Semitic legislation. Due to the hostility to the Jews, Otto Frank took his household to the Netherlands, the place he set up a new enterprise that traded in pectin, an ingredient of jam. However, after the fall of Holland to the Nazis in 1940, the Jewish populace, the video, please like, comment, ever increasingly share and repressive measures to the channel, and she had to switch from a public school to Jewish school. As Anne stated in her diary, after May 1940, the bother commenced for the Jews. Our freedom was once severely confined through a collection of anti-Jewish decrees. Jews have been required to put on a yellow star. Jews have been required to turn in their bicycles. Jews had been forbidden to trip trams or in cars, even their own. Jews have been forbidden to go to theaters, cinemas or any different varieties of entertainment. Jews had been forbidden to use swimming pools, tennis courts, hockey fields or any different athletic fields. You couldn't do this and you couldn't do that. However, existence went on. Anne Frank, the 20th of June 1942. Anne Frank house _bookcase reconstruction of secret passageway by 1942. The scenario for the if you like the Jewish video, populace in Europe like, was once deteriorating and with her sister beneath chance of deportation. Otto Frank took his household into pressured hiding in the back of one of his commercial enterprise premises in the coronary heart of Amsterdam. Her household have been later joined by means of the Van Pels household, who have been additionally making an attempt to keep away from arrest. The Jewish households had been helped via non-Jewish friends, such as Meat Geese, who smuggled in meals and materials into the cramped surroundings. Anne used to be 13 when the household went into hiding, and she started out writing a diary about day-by-day lifestyles in the secret annex. She additionally used her diary to categorical her ideas and feelings of developing up and dwelling beneath the difficult circumstances. During the day, they had to be extraordinarily quiet so as no longer to arouse any suspicion of these dwelling below. It used to be an offense to please like, comment, Jewish humans share from the Gestapo, to the channel, and it was once tough to comprehend who may want to be relied on to hold the secret. Diary of Anne Frank 28 Sep 1942. Diary of Anne Frank. Anne's diary tells of the difficulties of residing in a restricted house with so many people. The ecosystem used to be at instances suffocating due to the fact small irritations may want to get on people's nerves, and now not being capable to go out. There was once no launch or breakout from the environment. They eagerly observed information of the hostilities and through 1944 had been more and more hopeful as they heard of the Allied landings in France and liberation of Paris. 1. Hanging characteristic of the diary is how she wrote about very ordinary, day-to-day life experiences of a younger teenager, in opposition to the backdrop of the horrifying fighting. Like, comment, situation, share and subscribe to the channel. She developed a short-lived romance with 16-year-old Peter Van Pels, who used to be additionally hiding in the attic. With Peter, she skilled her first kiss, however. Additionally had the self-awareness to marvel whether or not her infatuation used to be real love, or a end result of the constrained scenario she was once in. Anne wrote about all the distinctive human beings and relationships inside the hiding region. She used to be shut to her father, however regularly felt far off from her mother despite the hardships and challenges of her situation. She additionally expressed the herbal joie de vivre and wonderful view of life. For example, I lengthy to trip a bike, dance, whistle, seem at the world, experience young and be aware of that I'm free, and but I can't let it show. Just think about what would appear if all 8 of us had been to send the video for ourselves like, or stroll around with the discontent. Share and subscribe to the channel. Seen on our faces. Where would that get us? December 24, 1943, Diary of Anne Frank arrest and transportation to Auschwitz head Achterhaus, the secret annex, unfortunately, on 4 August 1944, with the Allies closing in on a chickening out Germany army, a nameless supply gave a tip-off to the German secret police. The households had been arrested alongside with 2 helpers, and they have been dispatched on the remaining convoy teach to Auschwitz. After surviving the resolution technique, most human beings underneath 15 have been sent straight to the fuel chambers. Anne was once dispatched a labor camp for women. A few months later in November 1944, she was once put on a educate to Bergen-Belsen attention camp. Belsen was once infamous for having horrible conditions. If you like the video, prisoners have been starved and mistreated by using and subscribe to the channel guards. In the unsanitary, overcrowded conditions, ailment was once rife and the loss of life fee very high. In the ultimate months of the war, Anne reduced in size typhoid fever and she died simply 1 or 2 months earlier than the camp was once liberated via the advancing Allied armies. Het _Achterhaus _ diary _ of _ Anne _ Frank front cover first edition except for her father Otto. All her household died in a number attention camps throughout Europe, a destiny comparable for many Jewish families. After the war, Otto back to the area where they had hidden for 2 years. It was once right here that he observed Anne's diary and he was once impressed via his daughter's writings. Knowing she had expressed a want to be a writer, and inspired by the video, please like, friends, comment, determined share and subscribe to the channel. Initially, it was once referred to as Het Achterhaus, the secret annex. However, when it used to be translated into England, the identify was once modified to The Diary of Anne Frank. Her diary used to be posted in 1947 and, in the first run, 3,000 copies have been printed. Following a glowing article via Jan Romain in the newspaper Het Parool, it grew to become an exceptional vendor and was once translated into 60 languages. People had been interested by way of her writing and what she managed to carry in the most tough of situations. Her e-book has grown to be a necessary image of how harmless humans can go through from intolerance and persecution. In 1960, the family's secret hiding vicinity was once transformed into the Anne Frank Museum and is visited by way of hundreds of humans each year. If you like the video of Anne Frank's like, diary, comment, one voice share and subscribe to the channel. The voice no longer of a sage or a poet, however, of an everyday little girl. Ilya Ehrenberg, Soviet writer, in the aftermath of the Second World War and the discovery of Nazi attention camps, the magnitude of the horrors have been challenging to comprehend. Over 6 million Jews perished in the Holocaust. However, the scale of the killing used to be difficult to put in context. Anne Frank's diary used to be vital due to the fact it gave a very human connection to the human beings at the back of the statistics. Anne's active and attractive writing fashion made it handy for readers to empathize with her situation. It additionally helped that the diary was once a very transferring and human account of experiences we can all relate to. Eleanor Roosevelt wrote of Anne Frank's diary as, "If you like the video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel."